In today's video, let's talk about using Goji Berry, or Digupi as known in traditional Chinese medicine. All right, let's dive in. Goji berry is used quite often in traditional Chinese medicine. It is in the herb category to clear deficiency heat, so we often see it used in things like night sweats. With goji, we commonly use the berry, but the bark could also be used. Because it is also a food, we do see gram dosages. The studies I've been able to find, we often see large gram dosages, such as like 15 grams daily over a long period of time, because it is a food. And when we have food used as medicine, we often see those higher dosages. Now, side effects from goji berry, if you have an allergy, could include things like anaphylaxis. So obviously check that you're not allergic to this one. And there has been some concern in the past about berries that come from Thailand and China containing a high level of atropine, which is a molecule that could kind of block the nervous system. However, more recent research has shown that the level of toxicity or the level of atropine in these berries is very, very low. So generally very safe. In the West, we often see goji berry classified as a superfood because it does contain a lot of powerful nutrients and molecules that help with many different categories of dysfunction. It is a powerful antioxidant, so it helps to scavenge free radicals and helps to reduce oxidative stress. We also see in some studies that it has an anti-fatigue effect. And one way that it does this is that it helps to increase levels of glycogen stores, so giving you more energy to pull from when you are feeling fatigued. Now, there is a bit of a conflicting research about the cardiovascular effects of goji berries. In some studies, they see that it can help to reduce blood pressure as well as cholesterol, but other studies showed no effect. What is pretty common among the research is that we see that goji berry really helps to promote the immune system, even helping to elevate levels of circulating white blood cells. And in some studies, we also see it increase antibody and other immune type responses. There's also increasing research and studies in using goji to help with eye health. We're looking at using it for things like glaucoma as well as macular degeneration. But more research is needed, as most of the studies I've seen are done in animals and not yet in humans. Now, how do I use something like goji? Well, because it's a food, it's often something that I recommend that people add into things like if they're having oatmeal in the morning. You can even prepare it as a tea. I tend to stay away from a lot of dried fruits in general just because they do have a higher sugar content, but this is one you can kind of sprinkle into things like salad as well as things like smoothies. And while it has a lot of great properties and it is for sure a superfood, sometimes it can be a little bit more on the expensive side. So I've never really seen it used long enough in high enough doses to have an extreme effect, but it is a great addition to your arsenal of superfoods and adaptogens. If you have any questions or if you have experience with goji, go ahead and leave it down in the comments below. And if you'd like to learn more about adaptogens, why don't you check out this playlist? All right, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.